Hi guys, Beth here, aka Mediagirl94, and welcome back to my channel. If you haven't already read the title, we are back in South Korea and we are back reacting to K-pop. We are reacting to the debut girl group KEP1ER and the song WA. This came out the 3rd of January 2022, so start of the year. It feels so weird saying that, and you know we're in October now, and on my main channel, msbethrobinson94, I reacted to their most recent comeback, We Fresh. So if you want to check that out, I will leave a link somewhere up here and at the end of the video, so you can go check out my thoughts and opinions on how far this group has come from January through to October, because it should give enough time for a K-pop group to kind of semi-find their identity. However, I will mention after I've watched the video why it's a little hard for KEP1ER in particular to find an identity. There are 9 members in this group. They were made on like a survival show, Girls Planet 999. I didn't watch it fully, but I really found myself like falling for KEP1ER just a little bit when they did like Queendom, so yeah. Before we begin, if you'd like to support me and the channel in the future, you can by clicking like to show me some love. You can click subscribe and tap that bell to be notified when I upload on this channel. Sorry, my voice still sounds awful. Like I said on Friday on my Nima filler reaction, if you haven't already checked that out, but I am recovering from the sea, so my voice sounds a little crap. Yeah, let's just dive straight into KEP1ER WA. I've got the subtitles on, let's press play. All I'll say is what this song had going for it back in January was it was very catchy. Their dance. Oh yeah, hit her up. There was a lot to look at in this video. we got that up. Yeah. That was Kep1ER WA, their debut. I have some things to say. Like I mentioned in the introduction, Kep1ER was formed on like a survival show, so you know they're only going to be around, I believe it's saying here, for like 2 years, 6 months. That's how long they'll promote as Kep1ER before they all go their separate ways. And like IZ*ONE, which was like another famous group from like a survival show, they all ended up either going solo or re-debuting in other groups. And so with these survival groups, it is literally all about throwing whatever they can at the wall and like seeing what sticks. This is the part of the video where, you know, I'm just there like, oh, well, I'm trying so hard, like, I want to like tell you all the members' names, but I can't pronounce them all, so be kind to me. There are 9 members in Kep1ER. You have Yujin, Mashiro, Xiating, Sheyun, Daeyeon, Hikara, Huningbai. I love her, but I can never really fully pronounce the name. Yunjun and Yiso. And they are co-managed by Wake1 Entertainment and Swing Entertainment. Yeah, and WA was off their first mini album, First Impact, which I actually do own because I wanted the photo cards, and I was so lucky to pull both of like, well, Hikara's photo cards. My bias. I love me some rap in K-pop. That's why Dammy's my bias in Dreamcatcher. But yeah, WA. They went with like a space theme. They're not the first K-pop group to do the space theme, but I don't feel like this was a strong debut, especially now when I'm watching other K-pop groups' debuts on this channel and then comparing them to like their most recent comeback. This song was catchy. It was an earworm. That chorus, wa-da-da, da-da-da, it got stuck in your head, and a lot of people were talking about this song. They were talking about the group, they were talking about the debut, because it was catchy. You know, it had like a nice little groove to it. Like the dance, Dreamcatcher for me, hands down. I love their dancing. I would say their dance is their #1. Then vocals, then rap, because they're not really a rap focused group. But catchy. But catchy doesn't always mean good, because the video for me, in certain parts, it was like very overstimulating. There was so much to see, especially towards the end when you had all the members zapping in and out of the screen. I was like, okay, who am I meant to watch? Whereas, you know, other K-pop groups, when they have a lot of members, you know, it can be hard for them to focus on each individual member. And so I feel like with WA, they were like, right, we're going to show you clips of all the members, but they're going to be like so fast that you're there like, what? It's a little bit overpowering. But yeah, apart from it being catchy, lyrics pretty basic. The video a little bit over the top, but it did its job. It got people talking. Now, I mentioned in the introduction why it can be hard for groups that are made on survival shows to kind of find an identity, because they're not going to be around long, and they kind of want to show so many different sides to like the group, to the members, so that, you know, like you're not going to forget them, so that when like the 2 years, 6 months is up, you know, you're going to follow them to other groups, and you're going to be like, well, they can do like a dance, they can sing, they can rap, they can... So you see all the different sides to these idols, so you know that when they potentially re-debut or go solo in the future, you're there like, you know what they can and can't do. Maybe I'm just not a fan of like the space theme in K-pop. It could be that, because I just find it, unless you're going to go full on, don't do that concept. So they definitely ditched that. I mean, my reaction to We Fresh, I'm not going to tell you exactly what I said, because I want you guys to go check out my reaction to their most recent comeback. But all I will say is there is definitely an evolution from WA to their most recent comeback, Refresh. We Fresh, not Refresh. I'm still not stuck on that title, But yeah, I mentioned to like my casual K-pop like friends who listen to K-pop casually, I was like, back in the start of the year, I was like, oh, have you heard of like this group Kep1er? And they were like, what a da, and I was like, yeah, you've heard of them. They are a very good like rookie group, however I do feel like they have been overshadowed by other rookie, especially girl groups who have come up in like 2022, because I'm there like, oh, some of them have a little bit more talent. But that doesn't mean that, you know, that Kep1er won't be able to stand out, because whenever they seem to do a comeback or an appearance, it gets views, people talk about them, so they're doing something right. I'm talking more about the overall group than I am the video and the song. I didn't really like the concept. Lyrics were a bit basic, however it was catchy, and if this song doesn't make it onto like my like end of the year like most listened to songs on Spotify, then I know Spotify is rigged, because I have listened to Wadada on repeat so many times that if it doesn't make my top 100, I'll be very surprised. But yes, in the comments below, I'd love to hear, you know, your guys' thoughts and opinions on the song, the video, the group. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Sound off. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion here on the channel, and trust me, a lot of you guys are very opinionated when it comes to K-pop. Feel free to, you know, educate me in the comments, because I want to be fully educated for you guys, because you guys watch the videos. Yeah, let's just get into my rating slash ranking. If I had to give Wadada by Kep1er a rating out of 10, guys, it is getting an 8 out of 10. 8 is great here on the channel, but it was a debut that didn't blow me away, but it wasn't awful, so it gets an 8 out of 10. Yes, you've heard my thoughts. Now let's wrap up this video before I continue to ramble. If you'd like to support me and the channel in the future, you can by clicking a like to show me some love. You can click subscribe and tap that bell to be notified when I upload on this channel. At the end of this video, you can check out my last 2 videos or playlist, depending on what mood I'm in when I'm editing this. Until next time, I'm Beth, Mediagirl94. Goodbye.